The squat is an exercise as old as time itself. It's probably one of the first exercises that you maybe ever learned how to do. Heck, babies do it without a second thought. Myself, I happen to spend a lot of time critiquing the squat. So we're gonna go through how to fix one of the most common things that I see, the dreaded knee cave. Knee cave isn't always a big deal, especially if it's minor or moderate. It's likely a very natural thing. It's almost certainly not the cause of your knee pain. If that's why you're here, I would look first and foremost at how you're loading your knees and look at your training protocols. What we're talking about here are specific instances where a lifter's knee cave is holding back the performance of their squat. So let's talk about the two ways I like to address and help fix knee cave. The first thing I like to look at is changing the lifter's stance, usually narrower, and or modifying the lifter's toe angle. The reason this is the first place I go is because of what causes knee cave in a lot of lifters. Many people experience knee cave because their body is searching for and then moving to a stronger position. This position allows lifters to gut through a challenging squat. So if we can change the stance, so there isn't a need for this big dynamic shift or change while they're in the upward phase of the movement, not only are we gonna have better balance, but we're also gonna have a lot more consistency in our reps. All right, so here's a really great trick. The next time you squat, film it straight on from the front. And then when your knees are at their most caved position, freeze the frame. Then imagine drawing a line straight down from where your knees end up and move your stance narrower so that your shin lines up with that. When we narrow the stance, we can better accommodate your body's naturally stronger position. If your knees start there, then they don't have to move there. The other part of this, as I mentioned, would be to adjust the toe angle. Finding the right position for your feet while you squat can make it a lot easier to maintain a consistent position with your knees. Which brings me to number 2, stop pushing your knees out. The knees out cue is one of the most used cues in all of powerlifting and certainly when it comes to coaching the squat. And while I think there are use cases for it, and I think it's great perhaps for a novice lifter, by and large, it's mostly outlived its usefulness. So the issue created by a lifter who cues their knees out excessively is that that technique change likely only lasts for the eccentric or downward phase of the movement. On the way up, those knees are coming in to find that stronger position. Whereas, if a lifter cues their knees more straight forward, it's less distance to travel. If you can't eliminate the knee cave, the least you can do is minimize it. Therefore, you don't have as much dynamic shifting happening underneath you in your base of support while you're trying to squat. Generally speaking, more consistency is going to lead to better performance. The less moving parts, less variables, the more you can focus on just lifting. If you're trying to fix your knee cave, just remember at the end of the day that not everybody's technique is going to look the same, and there is no true ideal of perfect technique. So if what you're doing is comfortable and you're strong that way, just get stronger and keep doing what you're doing. If this video helped you, make sure to check out our channel and the playlists on it for more tips on your squat, bench, and deadlift. Take it easy.